All right, actually, before we jump into verifying, what we're actually going to do is we're going to simplify an algebraic expression down into a trigonometric expression. So I'm going to do something like 4 plus x squared, the square root of 4 plus x squared, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that x equals, let's do 2 tangent theta. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this is going to be between, my theta is going to be basically in quadrant 1, between 0 and pi over 2. All right, so what we're going to do, this is actually setting you up for calculus, because in calculus you'll study integration, and there's an integration technique through trigonometric substitution. So we're not doing the calculus part of this, but what we are doing is we're doing the trigonometric substitution. So I'm going to look at this x squared, and I have an x here. Well, I'm just going to substitute it in, hence trig substitution. I'm substituting in a trig equation. So I'm going to get the square root of 4 plus 2 tangent theta squared. All right, well, I'm going to simplify this out. I've got the square root of 4 plus 4 tangent squared theta. Well, it's got a greatest common factor of 4, so I have the square root of 4 times 1 plus tangent squared theta. Well, I know the square root of 4 is 2, and I know 1 plus tangent squared theta, well, that's secant squared theta. These are, you don't need to do the proof, the verify and the two-column proof on. You can just simplify this out like this. Now, I know, and this is something that you should also have seen at some point, the square root of x squared is the absolute value of x. I'm also going to know the actual definition of the absolute value of x, which is a piecewise function. We're going to do x if x is greater than 0 and negative x if x is less than 0. So you're going to need to know both of these. So here, the square root of secant squared becomes 2 to the absolute value of secant theta. Now I'm going to look here and say, you know what? Secant theta in quadrant 1. Well, everything in quadrant 1 is positive, so it's going to be greater. My x value is going to be greater than 0 because it's positive. So I just need to do the x, so my final answer is 2 secant theta. Therefore, the square root of 4 plus x squared using trigonometric substitution can be transformed into 2 secant theta, and voila, you're done. These are fun little problems to do. There are several on your study guide to practice. I highly recommend you practice these because you have to get used to it. It's a different way of thinking. Hi, I'm Mr. Buzzard, and these videos are supplemental instruction for my students. If you found the video enjoyable, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications to receive future videos on high school mathematics.